Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Atypical Security Guard. I want to talk to you guys about wedges. If you've been following this channel for the last couple of years, you know that I'm a huge fan of wedges. Originally, this was the design that I was carrying on my uniform. I would put a little carabiner right here and just kind of have it hang off part of the MOLLE. Now, the utilization of a wedge for security guards is basically to keep the door open. It's a glorified door stopper, right? So this, for instance, you would open the door, and then right at the hinge point, which is right here, you can take this and just kind of set it like that, and it will catch, keeping the door open. So if you're having to do any sort of building search, or if you're having to clear stairwells, one of the things that we have dealt with here in Portland is the drug usage in bathrooms, right? It could be bathrooms in grocery stores, restaurants, private property. And so when you're trying to extract someone, you definitely don't want to be locked in with the fentanyl fumes or an angry, disgruntled person that you're removing. So working by yourself a lot of times in these capacities and roles, these have been very beneficial to prop that door open, be able to enter into that area and come out of that area without having the door closed behind you. Another way that you can utilize these wedges is if the door opens wide enough, you can actually take it and you can place it here, kind of like this, and it'll also create the stop, just like that. And yeah, I've been very, very happy with these. Now, the cool thing is that every invention gets an update. Now, I'm not sure what the name of this is, but it's basically the same thought process. The only difference is that it's probably a quarter of the size. It's made of a very stretchy rubber material, but still pretty firm. So yeah, it's a little bit smaller, considerably smaller, and a lot thinner and less cumbersome. I take this and I literally stuff it down between two pockets of the MOLLE that's on my vest, and it's absolutely unnoticeable and there's no weight to it. Considering the size, the shape, and the material of the actual wedge, this is so much easier to carry on my kit. It doesn't really add any profile or any weight. Now, there is some slight drawback with this. I'm not going to place it in the same location up here or on the hinge. This is more for just keeping the door propped in general. You just take it, put it right here, and then as you go in, this is going to keep the door like that. It's clearly not as wide open as the other one, but it is making sure that the door remains easy to get in and get out of. It's not closing behind you. And again, if you're working by yourself, it gives you that option to be able to ingress and egress without any sort of issues. There is a little bit of a drawback because clearly the door is not maintaining this open position like it was with the other wedge. But for the amount of space that it saves on my MOLLE, the amount of weight that it takes off, and then again, not being so cumbersome and bright like the yellow wedge, this has been a game changer. And so many of the officers who work for Echelon are utilizing this. I've never seen anyone advocate or talk about these, but it just seems like so many of our officers have these. They're seeing it on people's kits. Maybe they're asking questions about it and then they're getting them. But if you're working in a patrol capacity where potentially you're having to clear buildings, clear rooms, clear stairwells, or extract people from garages, from bathrooms, either one of these is beneficial. And I can't stress to you guys enough, this is something that you need to have on your kit. Some sort of door stop. Again, whether it's this one or whether it's this one, and they're both fairly inexpensive and you can find them on Amazon. But if you're working in a patrol capacity, especially if you're working primarily by yourself, these are invaluable to your safety, and I can't stress enough how important these are. Check them out. The wedge and the wedge alternate, whatever this is called, and you can find them on Amazon. Just put in tactical doorstop or law enforcement doorstop and both of these will pop up, all right? What do you guys think? Do you like them? Would you use them? Do you use them? Drop your comments. Let's dialogue. As always, I appreciate you being here. Be great.